Your intuition has been nudging you over and over and over again, and it just feels like there might be something standing in the way. And maybe, just maybe, the thing that's standing in the way is you. In this pep talk styled episode, I am breaking down some of the mindset shifts that I experienced when activating my own business, how I help my clients get out of their own way, and how you can dig a little bit deeper and ask the right questions to identify where you're at right now and how you can build the bridge between where you would like to be. It is never too late to start. You're never too young, you're never too old, and your success is truly inevitable. If you are looking to get a kick in the pants and a burst of energy and inspiration to go after your wildest dreams, this episode's for you. Let's dive right in.
I'm your host, Tiffany Chung, your go-to for all things marketing, mindset, and manifestation. I grew my online business from 0 to beyond 6 figures in 8 months. My purpose is to empower women to step into the highest, most aligned versions of themselves. If you are ready to take charge of your life, learn how to design a wildly successful business, and leave limiting beliefs behind, you've come to the right place. You will learn the actionable tips and step-by-step strategies on money, manifestation, and social media. It's time to step into your role as boss, to raise your vibration, and tap into your unlimited potential today. Welcome to the Social Reset Podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the Social Reset Podcast. This is episode 12, and this is going to be a bit of a quick pep talk episode. I felt called to record this kind of out of nowhere, and a lot of my podcasts have had some notes or a really, really rough, raw outline where I have some things to refer to, certain things I know I want to bring up in the episode, but I'm kind of just freeballing it here, and I think this is for a reason. I'm allowing the universe to use me as a vessel, as it does, to share this very special divine message with you. And hopefully it hits you in the perfect time in your life where you really need to activate this or actualize this into your reality for one reason or another. And this episode, this theme, this story, this pep talk is going to be surrounding the topic of getting things activated, getting things started. Very recently, I shifted my title from social media business coach. I also played around with intuitive marketing coach, and I landed on business activation coach. And the reason I did this and the reason I did this little rebrand was because I didn't want to just be known for social media and Instagram, right? I do so much more than that. I help new coaches and established coaches really activate their business, activate their signature offer, whether it's a digital course or a coaching program. A lot of people come to me with just an idea. They say, "Hey, Tiffany, I've never done something like this before, but I have experience in this area and I think I can start a business around it. Can you help me actualize this and design it, market it, and launch it together?" And that is what I do. I help guide them across this, albeit scary, but very fulfilling, very rewarding, and very beautiful process. It's kind of like having a baby in my transformative 8-week coaching program. And it's been such a beautiful process. And I realized that I do so much more than teach Instagram strategy or how to show up on social media energetically. I embody the feminine and the masculine energies to help people build their coaching programs. And I speak with so much joy and delight about this because I have seen my coaches, the coaches that I coach, leave their 9-to-5s, leave corporate, be able to hit these huge numbers in their business, scaling to 15K, 20K months in their businesses, and really be able to establish a business that they truly love, that really activates pleasure and success and play and fulfillment in their lives. And that's why I truly love what I do. But looking back when I first started my business, I had a lot of fear. And I want to speak to the person that's toying around with this idea in their head. Maybe they think about it some days more than others. Maybe some days they've successfully convinced themselves, or what they think is successfully convinced, that they don't need to do this, right? And I think a lot of it might be coming from fear. And I want to tell you to follow that fear. Let that fear guide you. That fear is most likely coming from your ego. And I think a lot of us think of the ego as something that we need to kill, we need to destroy, right? Ego death. We need to get rid of this ego, do away with it. But the ego in reality is not evil. It's not out to get us. It's actually out to protect us. Our ego is, for the most part, I look at it as my inner child that's wounded and hurt, has been abandoned or emotionally neglected in some way, and is scared. My ego's been hurt before, and so it doesn't want to get hurt again. It wants to protect me. But my higher self is calling me higher. My higher self is calling me to a place where she knows that I belong, that I am destined to bring this into the physical reality, that out of the billions and billions of people on planet Earth, the universe has chosen me as a vessel to bring this into the physical realm with my experiences, with my story, with everything I have to share. I am my own secret sauce. And guess what? So are you. You are your own secret sauce. And yes, I get it. I've heard all the things. It's saturated. Everyone's doing this. Everyone's a coach now. I don't know what I can bring to the table. I don't have any certifications. I need to set up a website. I need to have an email list, right? There's so many reasons that we can allow our excuses to get in the way. Right? It's simple. It's easy. Just make it up, right? I don't want to do the inspired action. I don't want to do all that work. I don't want to manifest what I want. I don't want to put in those hours. So we make up excuses. So we put it off. We say tomorrow, next Monday, next month, next year. Then I'll be ready. Once I have a kid, once I get married, once I have enough money, once I get my husband, my spouse, my mother-in-law, my dad, my turtle, my dog, my pet lizard, my fish on board, then I'll start the business, right? And that way we're operating from this, we're putting our weight into external circumstances where we're constantly waiting for something outside of us in order to guide us. We're waiting for something outside of us to lead the way rather than saying, you know what? I'm going to embody that version of myself today. I'm embodying the 6-figure version of Tiffany today before I'm even 2-3 months into my business. And guess what? In 8 months, I hit 6 figures in my business because I was acting as the version of Tiffany that already had 6 figures. That inspired me to take the inspired action, to invest in coaches, to invest in programs, to put in that work in order to manifest my desires. Right? I operated from that place. And from that place, I took that action. It was the energy in which I was taking that action. It was 6-figure energy in which I came from. And if I allowed myself to stay stuck in I need to have a website, I need to have an email list, I need to have, a sales page, all of these things, which, by the way, I launched my business with literally just one landing page. I didn't have a full website set up. I didn't have an email list. I had 0 subscribers on my email list. I didn't even have an email list, honestly. I didn't have, a big masterclass launch or a live launch or anything like that. I literally just posted it into the Facebook group that I was running at the time. And boom, that was it. I came from that energy of okay, it gets to be easy. And this is all I need. All you really need is a sales page somewhere where people can learn a little bit more about you, learn about the program, and have a checkout button where someone can hand you their money, their dollar bills, right? That's really all you need. We get so bogged down by I need 10,000 followers or 50,000 followers. I need to have a freebie and a lead magnet and automations and systems. And I need to pay for Dubsado and ClickUp and all these things. Now I have Dubsado. I just set that up 2 months ago. I just set up ClickUp last month. I just did a refresh of my brand and my brand guide and my logo this month, right? And I just hit $200,000 in my business. I started my business with a fire lit underneath my ass, and I came from the right energy. And I said, you know what? I am declaring that this gets to be easy, and so be it. It's easy. It is easy. And this is coming from someone that has never seen more than $1,000 in her bank account, right? Manifesting six figures. Someone could have looked at me and been like, who do you think you are? Right? And I would have literally charged right past them because I had this burning desire. That's what it really came down to. What is your burning desire? Sometimes what propels us forward into taking action isn't the pleasure and satisfaction of having that thing done. It's the pain that scares us of not having it done. Like finishing homework assignments, right? Or completing your final exam. It's not so much that you want to get to that end result or it's going to feel really good to take the exam. It's the fear of the pain of dropping out of the class, right? Not being able to get a good grade, having to face your scary professor or your scary parents. That's what motivates us. So sometimes if we don't have a burning desire or we don't have that much on the line, we can get kind of complacent. But I want to ask you, do you want to be exactly where you're at right now, the lifestyle that you're living, your daily routine? Do you want to wake up 5 years from now and experience the exact same thing? How about 10 years from now? 20? 30? These things really put everything in perspective, okay? And it's never too late. You're never too young or too old. You've never missed the mark. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Your success is truly inevitable. And if you're afraid of failure, guess what? Success and failure are known to be two completely different things, like opposite sides of the spectrum, right? But success and failure are of the same category, if you will. Success and failure are meshed. They're intertwined. You succeed to fail to succeed to fail to succeed to fail to succeed to fail. You fail to succeed, right? You fail forward in order to experience success. And then you might experience failure again. And then from that, you learn and you readjust and you realign and then you hit success. And I don't even really use the word failure, to be honest. I like using the word feedback. So instead of naming something as a failure, it's feedback. And if you must, then realign, do something different, see where you can fine tune things. The only real failure is giving up, throwing in the towel and saying, I'm not doing this anymore. That's failure. Nothing else is failure. 0 clients? Nope, not a failure. A $0 launch? Nope, that's not a failure either, right? Starting with 0 followers and only gaining 10 followers within a month? That's not a failure either. Posting something and getting 5 likes, that's not a failure either. Failure is you giving up, throwing in the towel, right? And what you can do also is shift your perspective. If you feel like there are certain things you need to do in your business, such as having 10K followers or having an email list or having a website, ask yourself why you feel like you need to do all of these things. Do you really need them? Where is this coming from, right? Is this coming from this egotistical need because everyone around you has these things and you feel like you're only going to be successful, you're only going to be taken seriously if you have 10,000 followers, or if you are certified or have a degree or some sort of certification or achievement or accomplishment where you can say, okay, now I can do the thing. That's exhausting. And that way, by the time you do hit your goal of hitting 10K followers or 10,000 months, you might not even be able to enjoy it. That's honestly my biggest fear, of being wildly wealthy and abundant, having a lot of financial abundance and not being happy. And so I have not tied my happiness to my financial goals. I have not attached my worth into my accomplishments. I used to, but I don't anymore because I've done the inner work. And I'm so happy and I am so in love with myself. And I know I am worthy of a 7-figure business and beyond, to a point where once it comes to me, I'm just like, yep, I knew it. I got it. I'm already happy. I was happy before and I'm happy now. Yesterday, I checked my bank account and I saw that I hit $200,000 in my business. And it hasn't even been my first year in business. It's coming up in a couple weeks. And I was like, yep, I knew it. I knew it didn't shift anything in me. It didn't make me any happier or any less happy. It didn't make me feel any more successful or less successful. It didn't make me feel any more worthy or less worthy. It was just, yep, I knew it was coming. I manifested it and there it is. Boom, there it is. And so it is. It is done. It is done. And I allowed the universe to be in charge of the when and the how. I didn't know that the clients that ended up signing up with me would be the ones that I would work with. I had no idea it was going to be this day in March that I hit $200,000 in my business. I didn't know. I released that and I let the universe take care of that. I just showed up from the right energy and I continued to do the inner work and the healing necessary in order to show up as the best coach possible. I truly believe that the success of my business is directly correlated with how much personal development I invest in my mind, body, soul, spirit, all of that living in complete alignment in order to build a values-led, soul-led business. And that's where I am today. I have a fulfilling business that I love. I love what I do. I'm proud of what I do. I am excited about waking up every single day and loving the business that I have created, right? A year from now, you would have wished that you started today. So I want to ask you, what is standing in your way? What is creating these limitations for you? What comes up for you? What are you believing about success and being successful? And is that actually serving you? And even furthermore, is it real? Is this factual? Or is this something that you're just choosing to believe? Is this a story that you've been told? Is it a story that you've told yourself? Right? Nothing has meaning unless we give meaning to it. Time, money. A $5 bill is printed in the same facility as a $100 bill, right? Same paper, looks the same, maybe has a different face on it, different numbers on it, right? Instead of a 5, it is a 100. And so we value that 100 more than that 5. We value that piece of paper that has the 100 more than the one that has the 5. It's the stories that we've told ourselves over and over and over that allow us to operate from that level of consciousness. So really, when you're attracting $100 or $100,000 or $500,000, it's the same energy and it's the same amount of worth than if you were attracting $5. We are the ones that attach these stories. We are the ones that attach these meanings. We are the ones that get into fear and lack and scarcity and think that it's not possible. We are the ones that self-sabotage ourselves, to be honest. So I want you who's listening to this to ask yourself, where are you self-sabotaging? Where are you neglecting your intuition? Where are you neglecting your heart's desires? And you'll know that something is from your intuition if it's this gentle whisper and nudge that tells you, hey, go and do that. Go and do that. You're meant for that. You're meant to bring that into the physical reality. And I'll give you a hint. It's probably what you're thinking about right now. So ask yourself, what is stopping you? How can you embody the version of yourself that already has this thing? And then what inspired action are you going to take in order to manifest this into reality? Okay, that's your homework for this week. And if this spoke to you, if you feel called, if this feels in alignment with you, I have openings for both one-on-one and my group coaching programs for my 8-week transformative coaching program that will help you to activate the program of your dreams or the digital course of your dreams in order for you to get started as a coach or as a consultant. And if you are already an established coach and this spoke to you and helped you realize that there's more you want to do in your business, that you want to show up energetically and you want to create a more aligned, soul-led business where you're able to tap into the energetics and blend the feminine and the masculine, I'm here for you too. And if you're just on the fence and you want someone to talk to and this episode really stood out to you, my DMs are always open. My Instagram is at tiffanychung.co. I respond to every single one of my DMs. And I am creating this podcast, the content that I create on my Instagram and on my platforms. This is free content for you to consume out of love for you. And because I know I would have wished and I would have been so grateful to hear these words when I was first activating and starting and launching my business. To have someone to help streamline things for me and to give me a shortcut and share their trial and errors. So I am here as a vessel appointed by the universe to tell you that what is desired by you is destined for you. This is part of your destiny, babe. Your success is inevitable. All right, I'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe. If this episode resonated with you, please take a screenshot, share it on your Instagram stories, and tag me at tiffanychung.co. I truly appreciate interacting with every one of you. Catch you all on the next one.